Kyle, coming at you live from my car, as you can hear. Just got to run back and forth a few times over the last few days to shoot some footage of a new product we're carrying. And so thought I'd go ahead and record this in the car while I'm doing that. No big deal. So, another fun week of coronavirus partying. People are getting braver, I can tell you that. And also more people are dying than ever. Yeah. Look, I mean, I'm not going to get too far into this, but this is always going to be with us. The COVID-19 thing, it's always going to be here from now on. It's been around for millions of years, they estimate. And it's just going to be part of our lives. And that's all the way there is to it. And that's okay. It's just going to be like a booster shot or something, And to be honest with you, we've been living a little too dirtily anyway, if that's really a word. But, I mean, I can tell you the amount of dudes I've seen washing their hands is astronomical. So if one positive thing comes out of all of these poor folks giving their lives for this, guys are going to wash their hands now, I hope. Then again, it'll probably be just like it was, and eventually they'll start washing their hands less and less, and we'll get back to where nobody's washing their hands at all. But this is always going to be with us. I'm positive of that. And, that's a bummer. And just like the Spanish flu, the influenza that we deal with every year, people die from that every year. Not as many people as this. I don't give a shit what they try and tell you. There weren't 80,000 deaths from the flu last year. But it is always going to be here. And this will settle down. This will calm down. Is it the right time to go back already? Probably not. It might be too soon. And to be honest with you, that might not be correct either. I think really what's happened here is the fact that assholes were not wearing masks and being careful when they were out and about shopping and stuff. You're not supposed to wear gloves, as I understand it, because you're actually just passing it around more because it sticks to material better than even our own skin. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know. But I've heard that. I've heard wearing gloves is actually more dangerous than not. But you're supposed to wash your hands and you're supposed to use hand sanitizer a lot. And so that's what you do in place of that. So what I do is I wear a mask when I go into a store, and then I put some sanitizer on my hands before I go in. And then when I come back out, I put sanitizer on my hands again. And so far, guys, I haven't caught it. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I may have actually had it in late January. I'm not sure. But what I'm getting at is that while this has been going on and everything's been shut down, I've been out to stores, grocery stores and stuff, and what I've seen is a lot of people not wearing a mask or anything. And now what I see is people giving me shitty looks, but I'm just like, meh. Actually, I'm going to say this. I read this online. A friend of mine through the vinyl group had this. Here's an analogy or a simple, quick story as to why you should wear a mask if you go out. And probably, I don't know. We may have to do this for a couple years. I have no idea. But regardless, here's why you should wear a mask, okay, with COVID-19, coronavirus. Okay, imagine you and your buddy are standing next to each other with no pants on. No underwear, no pants. Your buddy leans over and pisses on your leg. You're going to get piss all over your leg. Okay, now imagine you and your buddy are standing next to each other. Your buddy's got on no pants, no underwear, but you got on jeans. Your buddy leans over and pisses on your leg. Yeah, you're going to get a little piss on you. Okay, now imagine you and your buddy are both wearing jeans, standing next to each other, and your buddy leans over to piss on you. He's just going to piss all over himself. It's really that simple. The reason they're saying to wear masks and all that is not to protect you necessarily from other people, because you're going to get that, but it's more to protect you from other people, meaning you're not transmitting it. And if everybody's wearing a mask going to the grocery store, there's a better chance that it's not going to be transmitted through the air, people coughing and sneezing and all that shit. It can still be transmitted through touching things and all that, but that's why you wash your hands and that's why you use hand sanitizer, okay? And every store that I've been to, they've got hand sanitizer and wipes, and there's definitely bathrooms with soap and water, so you can go in and wash your hands. So the key element here is just be cleaner. That's all there is to it. Be cleaner. So they've opened things back up, and that's not going to stop. They're just going to open things up, and more people are going to die. It's going to get real heavy duty here towards the end of May, early June, and then it's going to start going back down. So we've really had two plateaus, if you will, in the United States. One where we were kind of going slow and it was plateauing, and the number of daily dead was staying rather low, and now we've decided to open everything back up, so the daily dead's going to rise sharply again, and then it's going to start going back down. But the key is wash your hands. Use hand sanitizer. Right now, since it's kind of an outbreak of this and a pandemic, wear a mask when you go to the store. You know, we went this past weekend on Mother's Day. I was trying to find the wife. She loves pork tenderloins. And so we went to a couple different places, and a couple were closed, but they didn't say so. Hoping to pick up curbside. And then we were just going to go sit in the park, just us by ourselves, all four of us, and eat, you know. But when we went out and about, I mean, there was lots of people out and about and next to each other, and no masks, nothing. And, you know, I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, if somebody told me, hey, Kyle, if you wear a mask every day for a year, one less person will die from this, I'd do it. I would do it in a heartbeat. But I think I'm the exception and not the rule. So I would ask yourself, what are you? You know, would you do that? Would you sacrifice a little bit of discomfort in order to keep more people alive? Because I certainly would. It seems like America won't for some reason. I don't get it. All right, so I'm going to take a break real quick. That's what's bugging me, by the way. I'm going to take a break real quick. I'm going to come back after the ad here and talk a little bit about some things that I'm into right now. Hey, Kyle. Okay, and we're back. All right. Well, what am I into right now? Well, I got a record today in the mail. Blue Cheer. Have you ever heard of the group Blue Cheer? They are from the late 60s. This actually is a 1967 demo. I believe it's actually tape recorded right off a radio broadcast. It's only one-sided. It's kind of weird. It's a blue record. It's 33 1/3 long play. But it's only got one side is mastered. The other side's just blank. But on that one side, there's a few songs by this group, and I can tell you, this is the origin of heavy metal. Now, Black Sabbath definitely, you know, they kind of took it up to the next level. And really, you could probably go ahead and include Led Zeppelin in that a little bit as well. But Black Sabbath was just heavier, you know, less about love and stuff and more about El Diablo and so forth, and dark things. So, this group, yeah, it's pretty wild, man. It's definitely got a psychedelic tinge to it because that's still kind of what was out and about in 67. But it has a real heavy, gritty sound, man. It's definitely, it'd be like if Metallica played a radio broadcast in 1967 and they were just kind of figuring out who they were, right? And I'm talking about like Enter Sandman Metallica, right? Not Master of Puppets, because that's pretty heavy. But it seems like Metallica has softened over the years, is what I'm saying. Some of it not. I mean, there's some good heavy songs that just came out. But anyway, it kind of reminds me of that. As a matter of fact, they do a cover for Summertime Blues, which is that Jerry Rafferty? I don't know who wrote that. But the Summertime Blues, yeah, they do a cover of that. That's the last song on the record, the demo record. But yeah, it's really cool, man. Great record. It's actually, I don't like colored vinyl because it tends to be weaker to me. I could be wrong on that, but it seems like it scratches easier. But it's cool. It's a clear, kind of translucent blue, dark blue. And also inside the album, there's actually a poster for them. And it's funny because it's Tasty Freeze Presents Blue Cheer. It's kind of a wild poster, pretty plain looking. I'll see if I can get a picture of it and put it in the notes here because it's kind of neat. But yeah, I dig it. I heard them on the Vinyl Junkies broadcast, and Sam was playing them, and I like it, man. I'd like to hear more of their records, definitely. Looking forward to them in the future. But I was able to get it from a local store here in town. They actually had one. It's a record store day deal from a few years back, and they happen to actually have one on hand here. So I was able to get it. pretty quickly. Check it out if you get a chance. Blue Cheer, 67 demos. So just the year 67 at the end, not 19. I've been listening to a lot of Creedence Clearwater Revival as well. I really love those guys as well. You forget how fucking good they are, man. They were amazing. I'm a big fan of Run Through the Jungle. I love that song a lot, but I like all of their music, really. Even Proud Mary and all of their covers that they do. I love it. I love CCR, man. I'm good enough just having the Chronicle Greatest Hits album. That's good enough for me. I don't need all their individual albums. And there's a lot of bands like that. I love Queen, too. I don't need all their records. I'm good with the Greatest Hits. I do have a Day at the Races, I believe. And there's a couple others. I'd like to have The Game. That'd be a good one. I'd like to have A Kind of Magic, maybe. But that's probably about it. I'm not too crazy about any other full albums. A Night at the Opera would be nice. Yeah, but anyway, CCR, Blue Cheer, those are a couple big ones I've been listening to. I got my first package from My Vinyl. Really interesting. So someone curates this for you based upon your interests. They send someone out, they pick out 3 records, and then they send it to you. I did a 2-month thing. They got buy 1 month, get one free. So I got 2 months for the price of one, basically. Normally, it's like $40 a month, which sounds really expensive, but if you're getting 3 records for $40 a month, that's not too bad, unless they're records you don't like. I'm trying to remember all the records I got. The first one actually is an untitled record by Kendrick Lamar, and I'm glad they picked that for me. I really dig that a lot. That's really something else, man. I haven't really gotten into him. Rap these days is so much mumble rap, and he does a little bit of that, but not really. He's really a pretty talented guy. I really like him. I like Anderson .Paak, and a few others out there. Run the Jewels, of course. Their new single, by the way, is amazing. Run the Jewels is amazing. And then there's 2 other albums they got. I'll put pictures up of them and talk about them in the notes, but they're okay. There's one of them I really like, Hiss Golden Message or something like that, I believe. It's pretty good. I like that one. Let's see. That's about it on music. I can't really think of anything else. I've been listening to a lot of CCR. Just dig them. Let's see, movies. Haven't really watched any new movies that I can think of. Nothing I'm really interested in. I have watched the documentary series on Disney, and the first 2 episodes are actually, I haven't watched the second one yet, but the first 2 episodes are about the making of Mandalorian. The first one was all about the different directors that they chose to direct the episodes. That was pretty interesting. I need to watch the second episode. It looks really interesting as well. I just haven't had a chance yet. Schitt's Creek. Wow. I tell you what, man, I know I've talked about that show on here several times, but the final episode of season 2, I believe it's episode 13, is absolutely amazing. And if you've been along on the ride with this family for those first 2 seasons and you watch that episode, it's a real deal sealer, man. I'm in love with these characters, and I'm in for the long haul with this group of people because this show is great. I love this show. I'm going to continue watching all of them, and I think the last season just finished. So it's kind of like Grace and Frankie. If you stick with it that first season or so, you'll be hooked. And that's kind of how this is. It did take me about 2 seasons to really, 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 truly fall in love with it. There were aspects of it that I liked, but they really sealed the deal on episode 13 of season 2, the last episode. Really great. So ripped through 3 of those episodes last night. That was the middle one. We watched the season 3, episode 1 also. It was really great. And, we finished Lock and Key finally. Turned out really good, man. A lot better than I kind of thought it was. I didn't think it was doing so hot, but the last 5-6 episodes really flew, man. We kind of tore through them. Of course, we're hungry for stuff to watch, too. But we really enjoyed it a lot. I'm one of the rare ones who has not enjoyed the Tiger King series. I really don't care for it. We watched the first couple episodes, and I can live without it, to be honest with you. I think what spoiled it for me is I'd already listened to a couple podcasts where they covered that whole story. So, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting seeing the people. I already knew what Joe Exotic was like, but it's interesting seeing the other people, but I don't know if it's that interesting. And that's about it, man. Not much else on the movie front either. Reading, I'm horrible. I'm not reading at all. I really need to be trying to kind of find something. I'm listening to a great audiobook called The Wanderers by Chuck Wendig, Wendig. Now, he writes some Star Wars novels and stuff too, but this one's really, it's an original. I think I talked about it in the last episode. It's an original story about kind of an outbreak type scenario also. The CDC and the WHO is involved in it, but it's this group of people that just up and starts walking in a general direction, and the flock gathers more people each day. It's pretty wild, man. But I definitely enjoy it. It's very interesting, and they're just trying to figure out why these people are walking this way and how to keep them safe on their travels, because there's a part where there's a tornado coming, a storm with possible tornadoes, and they're trying to keep them from being swept away by it. But these people almost do seem kind of superhuman as well. So check it out if you get a chance. The Wanderers by Chuck Wendig. That's about it, guys. Short episode today, this week. Sorry. Still working on getting someone on. I haven't even really talked to Keith Beard about it yet, but I'm going to get somebody on here soon, and we'll have a good conversation, a little bit longer episode. That's it, though. The new season of Someone Knows Something podcast is back up. I love that podcast. If you've never listened to it, I don't know, man. That Canadian dude's voice just kind of soothes me. Kind of weird sounding, but it's true. He's kind of got this meter to his voice and everything when he's talking about stuff that's going on. And it just is comforting to me. But they're great seasons so far. The crimes and stuff that he's investigated, and I think they've even solved a couple things, or at least I know they got somebody out of jail that was in there incorrectly, I believe, which is awesome. So, but check that out if you get a chance. Notice I didn't bring up anything about crazy white people with guns shooting unarmed black joggers. It goes without saying, man. I didn't even bring up the West Wing and their outbreak, really. Kind of a little bit, maybe. But it's a crazy world, guys. Hang in there, man. Take it easy. I hope that I'm bringing you some comfort. And I hope that if you are having issues and you need to talk to somebody, that you're reaching out. Like I told you before, reach out to me if you need to. We'll figure it out. I'll get, I can help direct you. And hopefully get things on the right path for you and get you feeling better. But reach out to somebody. Say something. And if you know somebody who's having issues, say something as well. Offer to help them. If not, talk to somebody else, and maybe you guys can work together to help them. But do something. Don't just let it go by. It doesn't just cure itself and go away. Okay? If somebody needs to talk, they need to talk. And this is hard on everybody, what's going on. I mean, from kids that aren't able to go to school anymore to older people who aren't able to see their own children, their grandchildren and stuff in person. It's a bad deal, man. So don't be afraid to reach out and get help if you need it. And I'm always here to help you guys. You reach out to me if you need to. That's it for now. I will catch you guys next week. Stay safe. Tune in again. Listen to old episodes if you can. They're all available online for free. And go write a review on iTunes podcast, man, on Apple Podcasts, please. Do that for me, or wherever you listen to this. It takes you just a couple seconds to give me a nice 5-star review and tell everybody else how great this podcast is. But seriously, however you feel about it, go review it. Go say something. And spread it around. Tell other people about it. And let's keep this thing rolling, man. I appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you again next week. Take it easy. Oh, get off my lawn.